Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And I was almost going to cancel today's stream because the Chargers are playing the Raiders right now, and it is an amazing game. And hello Glenn, welcome to the stream. I know you're watching the game as well. So what I have in the background, what I've done is I have put together the score so I can follow the score. And this is kind of reminiscent of when I first started. And I'm going to just scooch over just a hair because, here, let me go ahead and show you the scoreboard. So I don't know if you can see this very well. I might have to make it a little bit bigger. But let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I might have to hide myself for a little bit. Let's try this. Okay, so what? It's tied up 32-32. And here, I'm going to scoot over a little bit over here so we can all see the game while it's going. And it's hard for me to read. Let me look at the other screen. It's easier. Okay, 4 minutes, 30 seconds left in overtime. And for those of you who've been following me for a while, you probably remember when I first started last year, I had an NFL chat. And what I was doing is I was watching the Niners games and I was scheduling my streams around the Niners games and then, really cheering whenever there was a touchdown or what have you. And hi, Lego Maniac Zach, it's good to see you. And, I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, I gotta stream and I gotta stream on time, but this game is so nail biting. It is amazing. And I'm not a big Chargers fan or a Raiders fan. And I have to say that this game, especially Herbert in the last drive right before overtime, I think they said he had 18 straight plays and all of them were passes. And that when it came to fourth down and you thought the game was over, he just kept making the plays. And it was just mind-blowing watching this whole thing. And for those of you who don't follow football, just so you know, this game is critical for a couple reasons. One is that there's the Pittsburgh Steelers who want to go to the playoffs, and they don't care which one of these teams win. But if both of them end in overtime in a tie, the Pittsburgh Steelers are out, and both of these teams go on to the playoffs. So you would think maybe they might just come to an agreement. It's like, it's 32-32. Why don't we just kind of both go to the playoffs? Because really, they both want to go. And I'm just amazed that it's in overtime right now. And it's tied up. And it could very well be that the Steelers may just not make it into the playoffs. I just think it's pretty cool. And it reminds me, by the way, we talk about current events here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. And there was a recent story about two high jumpers, and I think they're in the national finals, and they both tied. Actually, it might have been, I think it was the international finals. It wasn't the Olympics, and they asked, could we share the gold medal? And the official said, yes, you can. And so they both came home with a gold medal for their countries. And I just think that it is amazing when you see sportsmanship like that. And Raiders have to win, so Will and I can bet a cheeseburger. Oh, okay. All right, well, it sounds like Glenn really wants the Raiders to win. You can see it's still tied up right now, 32-32. And I know there's not a lot of streamers who will put up a website of the scores while they're streaming, but this kind of is reminiscent of when I first started over a year ago. I started on September 14th. And on Sundays, I really enjoyed watching the games kind of virtually using the website and kind of having a chance, because this isn't broadcast, right? This is just a score, so you're not actually seeing the plays. Is this game in Vegas? Yes, the game is in Vegas. So you can imagine that when the last drive of the Chargers went through, the Vegas fans were just really, you can tell the mood changed a lot. I always want the Raiders to win. Oh, okay. I do know the Raiders are in Vegas now. Well, the other reason why I kind of like the Raiders is Marcus Mariota is now the quarterback or one of the quarterbacks for the Raiders. And for some of you who may know, he was the quarterback in college for the Oregon Ducks. And I always thought he was an amazing quarterback. Of course, my favorite is Jared Goff. And Jared Goff had a really great day today, too. I've seen that stadium. It's awesome. You know, it's interesting because Oakland has lost a lot of big name teams, and they may be also losing the Golden State Warriors. I mean, there's talk about them moving as well. So, you know, as a city, they really kind of needed to have the Raiders stay. But then again, the city couldn't come up with the funds for a nice stadium, and so it makes sense that the Raiders would leave. But it still boggles my mind. So I'm gonna see if they are they're at the 2-minute warning right now, and it's still tied up, 32-32. They have 2 timeouts on each side, it looks like, and just amazing. And I'm just gonna scroll up a little bit here just to answer your question. They're at Allegiant Stadium, and what's cool about this NFL.com site is that they do have this kind of play-by-play thing that goes on. So Derek Carr passed short left to Z Jones, and they're at the LA Chargers 44 for 12 yards. So they're doing a drive right now, and it's 1st and 10 at the LA 44. And I'm just like, I have a lot of gratitude to my father, because as some of you know, I've been a 49ers fan pretty much since I was a child. Okay, there's a play in progress. A play in progress. And when I have a chance to enjoy this and have a chance to really appreciate just how American football, or gridiron football as some of your Europeans and other countries might call it, it's truly an American pastime, and there's a lot of rivalries that are part of this, and people just like myself are just, die-hard fans, and fans are fanatics, and that's what we are. And so they're on a drive right now, and they have 1 minute and 20 seconds to go. And if it ends up being tied, then you know that it's going to be pretty crazy. You've seen the stadium. Yeah, seems like Oakland has its run. A lot of people, Vegas locals, like having them there now. Yeah, absolutely. But don't forget, the Raiders were in Oakland. Then I think they went to LA. Then they came back to Oakland. Now they're in Vegas. So it is feasible that they may come back to Oakland. There's a lot of diehard Oakland fans who will still be Raiders fans, regardless of where they are. Fan with a sign says, "Take the tie." Yes, exactly. They should both take the tie, because then, they can both go to the playoffs, and then tell the Steelers, sorry guys, or exactly. I think they should take the tie. I agree. And if they take the tie, it would be going back to what I said earlier about that particular high jump competition where they shared the gold. In fact, I want to make sure. I hate the Oakland Raiders. Al Davis made me late for a wedding. Well, just because they made you late for a wedding doesn't make it something that you should be hating them. Okay, so we're going to keep talking football until the end of this game, and while we're doing that, I want to just look up, and I usually don't do this on stream, so my apologies, where I'm texting on my phone or something, but I do want to look this up because I just think it's a great example of sportsmanship. I was flying from LAX to Oakland to attend a wedding, and we're delayed 2.5 hours because you waited for Al Davis. You think field goal range? You think they're going to make it? Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, okay, high jump competition, shared gold medal. Okay, let's see if I can pull this up. Yep, okay, so this was just recently. Okay, so here, you get some current events. December 27th, 2021. Gianmarco Tamberi and Mutaz Barshim, they were already friends, it says, and were strengthened when they asked for a gold medal each rather than try to compete against each other. So, and this actually, it sounds like it's Olympic gold. What? Oh, this was at Tokyo 2020. So it sounds like this is the jaw-dropping sport moments of 2021. Okay, so that's what they did. Field goal attempt coming. Okay, 47-yard attempt. Okay. I'm gonna look at what the see if the website has caught up, because right now it says they're at they just had this in 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, it says 2 seconds here. Okay, it looks like the play's in progress. Oh, Raiders got the field goal. Wow. Okay, well, there you go. I'm gonna go scroll back up to the score here. There you go, 35-32 in nail-biting overtime. That was an amazing game. So for those of you who don't follow football, you all know that I'm a huge football fan. And so I was trying to decide, should I send a Discord announcement and say I'm not going to be streaming today, but I said the show must go on and I will explain myself, and now you know why. So I'm going to hide this now, and we can go back to our regularly scheduled program. The Raiders deserve more hate for leaving Oakland. Yes. Jeremy Slapnut, how are you? We were just talking about the nail-biting overtime win by the Raiders, 35-32. And so, yeah, it's been a good day for football today. So, yeah, my Niners won, too. Garoppolo actually redeemed himself after so many times where he's been injured. So, yeah, we're I think, the number 6 seed in the West. And also, I was watching the Arizona Cardinals game earlier with my dad, because the only problem is when you're in Arizona, you can't watch the San Francisco game because, of course, they're broadcasting the Arizona game instead. So that Niner win was amazing too. Yeah. I mean, all the games today, there were several games that went into overtime, and there were also several games that were tied at certain parts of the game. So it was a good day for football, and especially it's the last day of the regular season, and then we get into the playoffs. So yeah, fun times, everybody. That was more interesting than watching the game. Okay. Well, now I can tell you what I was going to do. Actually, I was going to ask the chat what they would rather that I do, because as you know, I'm limited on parts because right now I'm in Arizona. I'm not with my normal collection. And there are 2 different challenges that I'm working on this month. And one of them is the hashtag Mind the Brick challenge, which is what I was planning to do today, was another re-brick. And then there's another one that Matthew Builds Bricks is doing right now, which is hashtag Lego Home Sweet Home. And what I was doing is I had opened up 6 or 8 of the packs for the Series 22 of the minifigs. And so I thought another option would be I could start on some sort of habitat or a Home Sweet Home kind of build for one of those, because that might be a possibility too. Did I get my Batman stuff in the mail? I don't know. If you sent it to Seattle, I will say my neighbor picked up all of my mail at my P.O. box, and she is sending it to me. I hope to get it in the next week or so. So if you sent it, then I may have it in a big box. It should be coming. In fact, she said I got several small boxes too, so I think I may have gotten a few gifts from people, and I just have no idea because I literally left and I had put in a forwarding address announcement, and thank goodness I chose to not continue with it. I said in the paperwork, starting from December 12th through January 6th, that I would want them to forward my mail here. But it turns out that I got 2 pieces of mail. One was a Christmas card from a nonprofit organization, and the other one I think was like furnace cleaning or something like that. It was an ad, And I said, you know, I'm glad I said to just stop it and just have the mail all go there, and my neighbor's going to pick it up. So, and that was more interesting than watching the game. Oh, as far as watching this, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I hope I understood that right, what you meant, Jeremy. And yeah, and yes, I did like your Batman Saves Christmas build. So that was very nice of you to post that. I think one of the things I'm going to do this year to be a little bit more diligent, as you probably noticed, I was really good about posting in the Discord server about my schedule this week. Joel had reached out to me about what my schedule is going to be in the meantime. So I've literally had to cut my streams in half. And I've decided to keep Thursdays for Thrifty Thursday, and also my 2 streams on Sundays. And part of the reason for that is that my brother can support me or support my dad while I'm streaming. And then the other days are going to be probably drop-in dates. So for example, I thought I was going to be streaming today around 11 on Instagram because my Secret Santa, who sent me all that stuff from the Netherlands, she was going to be on an Instagram feed with me, but her schedule, there was a conflict. So I think we're going to be doing that maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. So I will let you know. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, you may want to start following me on Instagram, because I've started also doing some more things with Reels. Scotty Rotten, how are you? How are you, my friends? Good to see you. You got mine yesterday, the Eternal set. I got it from Barnes & Noble, oddly enough. Oh, great. Yeah, Barnes & Noble is also a great resource site. NFL season running late. Normally, Super Bowl coincides with the Australian Open tennis finals, but not this year. Yeah, February or late January, early February is always a fun time. In my childhood, the Super Bowl was a big event. And my dad, I may have mentioned, was in the Air Force. And so we would have a rotation where we would host an event, and his 2 Air Force buddies and their families would come to our house, and we would rotate every Super Bowl between the homes. So I have very fond memories of that too. And that's also where I learned how to play chess. I don't know if I told you this story, but when I was watching the Queen's Gambit, it reminded me of my uncle. I called him Uncle Brad, and he's the one who taught me how to play chess. And we would, every time we had the Super Bowl, and I think during halftime and right before dinner and some other times, he would teach me how to play. So he was like the janitor character to me, being the main character in the Queen's Gambit. You're good? You've been working busy on your own stream setup this weekend? Oh, good. Well, I think that's the thing too, is you have to really have focused time. And I think that's why it's been hard for me, because I have had to take my dad to various appointments and other things, and more football oddness. The Lions beating the Packers. That is true. However, it is not that odd, because I think Jared Goff was part of that equation. And they said Jared Goff has his play has been amazing since he's returned from being injured. But yeah, I think the other reason why I like the game, the Lions versus the Packers, is both Jared Goff and also Aaron Rodgers were both players for Berkeley at one point. And some of you know Berkeley is my alma mater when I went to undergraduate school. Well, back then in your childhood, the 49ers actually had good quarterbacks. Garoppolo has redeemed himself with this game today. But yes, when I was in California in my childhood, we had Montana and Young, Jerry Rice. We had these amazing players. And so, yeah, but Joe Montana, I think I may have mentioned to you, when I'm back at my place in Seattle, a friend of mine gave me a signed cap from Joe Montana that was a dear souvenir of her father. And when she passed, she was looking through his things, and she gave me that. So that's another thing that I treasure. But yeah, so today, okay, so let me ask the chat. So we could do a small build. That's the Lego Home Sweet Home build, which I do have, I think, some parts. I might have to scavenge some things from the the Bro Thor build. We could do that, or I could do another rebrick from the Aerial Assault Challenge. So I'm curious about what the chat would be interested in. Because, yeah, Garoppolo is a pretty boy. A porcelain doll. Well, if we want to talk about current events, I think when Garoppolo was first signed over to San Francisco, that there was some expose about him dating a stripper, I think. It was kind of like, and they interviewed the stripper, I think it was on Entertainment Tonight or one of those shows, about how, oh yes, he was a perfect gentleman, and you know, she's dressed not in like, she's dressed in very scantily clothed person, but she was a scantily clothed person who, because she had an amazing, you know, body, that she could show that off. But it was just, you know, is that really what he'd be famous for? Garoppolo, you know, really, let's try to tone it down a little bit. So, but yeah, I agree with you. He is a bit of a pretty boy. I want to say Joe Montana has a new documentary coming out about him. Oh, I'm not sure where though. I just saw it briefly online. Well, what I saw recently is Peyton Manning was doing interviews about football with a lot of famous people, and there was an interview segment with him talking to Joe Montana. And I don't remember the name of that. I'm sure I could look it up, but that sounds like it's, I think it might be on Netflix, and it's something that I definitely want to look up again, because I just saw it briefly. And the other thing with my dad, when he watches football right now, his hearing is starting to go bad, so he cranks up the volume, and it, you know, after a while it gets to be, I do get a bit of a headache. So I'm glad to be upstairs. My brother's taking care of my dad right now, and I do want to review with you the different minifigs that I got. So one of them is this one. This is that galactic warrior person, and sorry I don't know the official names, but I think we talked through this last time. Another one, and this one might be the one that I might want to do the little habitat for, is, or Home Sweet Home. It doesn't have to be a habitat, it could be any size really, but this is the minstrel slash bard slash troubadour, whatever you want to call that. Let's see, we also have the Paralympian, so the Paralympian as well. So that could be another good one to do. And let's see, we've got this. This is also one of my favorites. In fact, we had opened a duplicate of this, and I think I'm going to keep both of them, because I think it might be kind of cool to do like twin guards, like two guards in front of a snow palace or something. I think I'm going to keep both of these. And this one also came with a husky, which is another reason why I think I'm going to keep both. Let's see. I'm checking the chat too. Gotta go, football not a language you understand. I'm going to be talking about Lego. Don't worry. Let's see. I'm literally doing that now. Feel guy. Oh, you're opening yours. Oh, great. Well, you know, if you wanted to, I had set this up on StreamYard, so I could have you join. I might have to, I don't know how it'll work with a Streamlabs OBS kind of on the stream, but I don't know, that might work. It might be a good test. Anyway, here's the bird watcher, and I am using the toucan in another MOC with the crabs. You probably remember I've been doing daily brick limit ones as well. And then I think the last one I have, no patience, bye. Are you saying goodbye to them, or are you saying goodbye to me? So here's the ice skater. So I think the ice skater is not something, I don't know, I shouldn't say that necessarily, but right now I'm kind of leaning towards either the troubadour or the ice warrior, the snow warrior. They're lost to them. Oh, okay. You're talking about Scotty Rotten leaving. Okay, no worries. No worries. I think that people are kind of surprised when I can talk football. I can talk the language. But That's okay. It's all good. Okay, my friends. So, alright, so the Snow Warrior, and I guess, Zach, you're going to be opening yours and you can give us an update on what you're doing. But Snow Warrior is kind of cool. And I might have enough parts because I had that Ice Storm set. I started doing some sorting. So the other reason why I thought the Troubadour might be a possibility is, you remember I did get these parts from P.T. McEwen. Been wanting to say, and don't mean to put you on a blast, I think you have the fur coat on the Snow Warrior backwards. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you. No, it's okay. You can call me out on that. That's funny. That, yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so very observant, Zach. All right, so let me turn this around so it's on the right way. You know, especially if I was going to do twins. Okay. Oh, I see. It's more like a coat. The back of the coat. See, I thought it was part of his beard. I think that's why I put it on the way I did. All right. So, who reads directions? I certainly don't. All right. Here we go. So, that is the little fur coat going around. Let's see if I can get this to focus. If we get this camera to focus. Nope, not gonna cooperate with me. Okay, well anyway, you get the idea. So yeah. Granted, it does look like a great secondary bear's piece, beard piece. Yes, that's what I thought too. I thought it was a beard piece too. But I do like this, and maybe a and maybe it's twin brothers who are, you know, at home hanging around the couch and what have you. So here's one thought. One of them is that I've got this from the Brothor challenge, or the Brothor Asgard set, and it has a door, and it has some walls and some profile bricks and what have you. So that's one thought. And the other thing that I could do is, I also have found, I was working on my Tricky Bricks challenge, and I realized I don't have any bricks. I don't have any bricks to build like a wall and have another cover on top. So I had started taking the fireplace that is from the advent calendar from Friends, and I started putting that in here thinking that that could possibly be a home. But the good news is I now have a door. I have a doorway, so I could potentially build like a little mini house, possibly, and maybe use some of the white bricks that I have from that snow building set. So I think maybe that's what I'm going to do. So, have studs will travel. Yes, in fact, I know that Joel has already opened up all of the 12 in his set, and he's already sold one set to some other AFOL that we know as well, and that the 36 he opened them during the Tricky Bricks meeting yesterday. Yeah, and you met with Corey to hand him his complete set. Oh, that's nice. It's so cool you guys are, you know, hang out together and meet on a regular basis. Yeah, Corey's awesome. He's one of my favorite people in Tricky Lug, as well as everybody here, essentially, because I think we're all also members of Tricky Lug. But I was talking to somebody about that there was a group, you probably remember that Joriel Builds and Shane, not Shane Alexander 23, but the other Shane, they had started something called Tricky Lug After Dark, and they did that on Instagram. And then they started it for a while, and then they had stopped. And then I started streaming after that, like in September, I think. And that's when a lot of the people who were night owls, like I was, or like I am, and we just started hanging out here on the Brickanista Broadcast Network. So we have, you know, Scotty Rotten is not a member of Tricky Lug, and we have, you know, Taro Knutinen and other people who are not members, but, you know, some of the members have been here since the beginning, clearly had started from there. Okay, so I think, how many came in a box? You get 2 full sets. Actually, I think there's 3 full sets in a box. because they are now in a group of 12 and there are 36 packs. So yeah, you get 3 full sets in a box. And the Lego store, they limit you to 12 packs per person. And they only had 8 left, so I took them all. Okay, I think so. Are we in agreement that instead of doing the rebrick, and I'll change the title, in fact, I probably should change the title now, shouldn't I? In case anybody is browsing. What are you doing anyway? So we are going to do a CMF. Let's see. Hold up. Let me get into the Twitch realm and see if I can edit this on the fly. I think I can. Yeah. I think this is possible. Okay, so we're going to do CMF 22 Lego Home Sweet Home Challenge. All right, so we're going to do that. And I was really excited to see that Matthew Builds Bricks decided to start a challenge, because he's a TFOL, and I think, you know, as far as TFOLs are concerned, him and Bubs and Lava Bat and Sith Lego Trooper have really done an amazing job with their stream as well. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do maybe a hybrid where I'm going to see where this goes. Maybe I'll do both the Troubadour and the Snow Warrior together. Maybe that's what I'll do. Because then it could be that the Troubadour is playing some music for the Snow Warrior. Because things are always better when you have a group together, wouldn't you say? So that's what I heard too, Glenn. You always wondered. Yep, that's true. And where did you get your CMS? Did you complete the set? I think he said he got them from, did you say Barnes and Noble, or did you get the new Asgard set? I'm trying to remember what you had mentioned. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let's get this down camera working. And we're gonna start, I think, I'm gonna go ahead and put the Troubadour aside along with the Snow Warrior. That's my plan. I hope you don't mind that I didn't really ask if you guys want which one you wanted. I'll just ask real quickly. Would you rather I do a rebrick of this? Because I know I've done that once already. Rarely do I find any unopened boxes. I was lucky to find some yesterday. Wow. Wow. Well, if you get any duplicates, I'm looking for the 6 that I don't have. So let me know. But you said you found an unopened box. Did you buy the whole box, or did you end up feeling the bags and trying to figure out what was in there? I found 8 at Barnes & Noble and 6 at Kohl's, both in Albuquerque. Oh, okay. Yeah, I might have to hit my Barnes & Noble too. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the down camera. Okay, so here are our 2 protagonists of this scene I think we're going to build. And like I said, you'll have to forgive me because I don't have my usual setup, but I have been proud of myself because I've been finding things that I didn't know I had with me. For example, I found Super Sewer Baby. So now he can come back and do some things. And what I've been doing is just kind of doing some rudimentary organizing. So I do have some animals here, and I have to put the husky over here along with these little adorable little animals. And then of course I have this little pug man or pug boy that I got as a gift also from Matthew Builds Bricks. So he sent me, as you probably remember, the Mighty Dinosaur, which adorable. As I posted on Instagram, adorable. Yeah, so as I was saying earlier, if you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'm going to start using more of the Reels function in Instagram, and I have found a workaround. It's a little more time intensive because I have to import the video into Premiere and then export it again, but I can reverse the video so that it's not a mirror image. If you open a box of CMFs, you'll find that they're packed 3 of the same next to each other. Oh, interesting. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, so here's our profile of the Asgard set. And I don't want to have to destroy this too much, but I do think I'm going to want the door. I think, oops, so much for not destroying. And, you know, we could take this television, now that I think about it. This television could be a good piece of furniture. So I think what we may do, maybe we'll do this, is that I have this kind of already set up a little bit. And we can either do it, maybe to save myself on bricks, we can do this in a friend style, where you have an open back so you can see the interior. And what I was doing is I had been setting up this front porch area, and I just put in this front area for the friends thing, and it's already got started a little fireplace. So maybe this might be part of it, is maybe we have the troubadour. Though I'm already looking at this thinking this may be kind of small for just 2 minifigs. Let me see. Okay. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? We'll figure it all out. You might remember that when I was doing those micro dolls, that this was a snow fort that I was working on. So I think I could use some of these pieces for the exterior. Oh God, to know Joel, I tend to do some light feeling, skip some, and then pick another randomly. Okay. Assuming you get to open a fresh box yourself. Yeah, that's true. The box hasn't been rummaged through yet. Very good point. So yeah, if you're opening right now, let us know what you have in the chat. And if you have a duplicate that I could use, and if you could use one of mine, happy to trade. That would be fun. Okay, so I'm just putting my friends' dolls here because the other thing I wanted to tell you is that I recently did a reel on Instagram, which is what would you look like as a Disney character? And then I got a comment from Hooded One who said, you know, you could make yourself into a mini doll, and it could be Brickanista is investigating the antics of some of the other characters in the town. And I nearly died when I saw that comment. So I think I've got to work on a detective office. I think we might have the BBN network at Heart Lake City and the detective office, and my mini doll will be investigating what's happening with the missing animals. So anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm taking this apart, and I am going to... So I'll tell you what I've been doing kind of behind the scenes of my sorting is that, for example, I've been stacking these different 1x1s by type, and I also have, you know, I did this little bucket, or not bucket, this little tackle box kind of thing. I showed you this before. So I have some parts in here with the little cupcake holders. And then the other thing I have, which I didn't show to you, here, let me zoom out a bit because it's kind of big. Some of you have these already, but if you have an advent calendar, what's cool is that the advent calendars have these cartons that are, they feel very much like egg carton material. And so what I've done is I took my first set of advent calendars and I cut them up into stacks of 8. So I am using these. So you can see I put some minifigs in here to start kind of doing some preliminary sorting. So these are some of the characters that I have. And then this is the one that I was looking for, is I also put some of my plates in here. And I think I'm going to need some of these. So I have some of the larger plates and things. And just to kind of show you the rest of it, is I do have some other interesting pieces that I've set aside. This here, you probably remember I went through the advent calendar. I found out that I hadn't built some of these things. So this was, I think, day 18 or 19, 22. So day 22 I hadn't built, so I went ahead and did that. Odds are good, but not 100%. As far as that he'll get most of what he needed, as far as the odds. The box hadn't been rummaged through yet. Okay. All right, cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to, this last stack of 8 is empty, so I'm just going to set this aside unless I need something. But I wanted to show you that because I will be cutting up the other ones eventually, but just hadn't gotten around to it. But I really, really love the fact that they're now this recyclable type of material instead of the plastic from the past. Okay, cool. Cool. So I think... let's see, I was looking for plates, and like I said, I don't have a lot, so I'm like piecing together the little bit that I have. You probably remember too that I also have this white plate, so I might have to sacrifice this white plate and use something else to put these characters on. So once again, hey, I've got a sorting tray. Maybe I'll just do this, is just for the sake of keeping things simple. You notice that I have some Friends dolls in this one. So I'm going to put the micro dolls in here. And I think I'll put let's see, let's put the animals in this one. So I'm going to put Pugsy in there too. And I also have these little micro trophies slash, you know, what do you call them? Statues, I guess. So let's see, where can I put the statues? You know what, I think I'm going to put the statues on another plate. Where did I put that other plate? Oh, wait a minute. I also have this. So remember I posted a hack on my Instagram, so I can also take this out and use this plate as well. So I think we're gonna have a much bigger set. Yeah, this is gonna be so much nicer. Okay, so we're in much better shape now. And I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna put this, I have an empty slot here, so I'm just gonna put those in there. And I'll put Super Sewer Baby in there too. Though it would be kind of cool to have Super Sewer Baby in that scene, kind of a comeback. I challenge you to wear someone's reading glasses for bits. Fuel caution, can be anyone's. Okay. You feel the lute minstrel player? Oh, good. Yeah, fuel caution, welcome to the stream. I don't know about this challenge about reading glasses. Sorry, I don't have any reading glasses to wear right now, so I'm right now can't accommodate you there. But welcome to the stream. Hope you're a legit person. That would be nice. Yeah. So what I'm doing right now is I'm setting up a habitat or a home for some of these characters, and I think maybe what I can do is maybe the snow warrior is guarding the home of the musician from groupies. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. And I do like this TV set that came from the Thor Asgard set, and if I match these up, oh yes, awesome. Okay, so this is going to be a lot nicer. This is going to be a bigger setup. And what I'm doing right now is just, for now, connecting them this way. Maybe I should use a plate to connect the bottom. I don't have a lot of big plates, so I may end up using... I thought I had some 2x4s in here. Where are my 2x4s? Okay, I don't... Oh, here they are. Okay, so you can see I have a variety of 2x4s. I'm going to hold on to the white ones because I might be able to use them later, but just to do some connections here. And let me just turn this upside down so you can see. Have this. And I think just to make it a little more secure. Alright, one thing I do like to do is also consider the seams, and that I guess comes from my sewing days. So I'm going to put this here, and what I mean by seams is that when you put this on a table, that you're probably going to want something along this line that kind of matches what's on top. Good morning, Hooded One. We were just talking about you. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I was talking about your comment on my reel about what I would look like as a Disney character, and how you had mentioned that I could make a mini doll of myself that looks like that Disney character, and then that could be that character could be investigating what's happening in a Hard Lake City. So that actually inspired me to think about what could I do that I could create a detective office, and I am going to look at the Friends characters now and start seeing what I can do that would look like me, and then I'm gonna put myself in Hard Lake City. So I think it's a cool idea. So, and the original Max is here too. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the stream. And you found 4 Video Series 2 bandmate boxes at the local Walmart. What? None of them what I want? What a waste of money. Oh, really? Those are so hard to find. Wow. Yeah. Good or bad? Oh, that we were talking about you? It was good. It was good. Don't worry. The second one is the Raccoon Girl. You open that one, and oddly, all pieces are in another bag, except the tail and the stand. What? Wow. That's pretty strange. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this idea of taking both the Snow Warrior and the Troubadour, and maybe they're roommates. Either they're roommates, or maybe the Snow Warrior is guarding the house of the Troubadour. And what I've done is I have set this aside, and then I'm going to have to take my Asgard set, which I hate to take it apart, but I don't have any parts here, unfortunately. And I think what will happen, and if you take a look at this, is really what I want is the door. So the door is here, and it has a brown, which is hard to find. I haven't found this dark brown door very often. The other thing that's in here, which is kind of cool, is things like a newspaper, 5 years after the blip, the TV stand. So I'm going to have to repurpose some of these, I think, for this particular mock. You'll get them at Walmart's in about 3 weeks, give or take. Oh, okay. Let's see. And I'm looking at the other parts of this, and I think I just want the door. I don't think I really want very much else, and I don't want to tear this up too much, because for those of you who missed the review today, I was so excited to have Mairead on the YouTube show this afternoon, is that we only had one person who really had put together for the challenge something for the Bro Thor New Year's challenge, and several people in the chat said, just extend the challenge, just keep it going. And so we decided, you know what, why don't we do Bro Thor Valentine's Day? So that's the next challenge, is gonna be Bro Thor Valentine's. And so you can put together something that shows Bro Thor in a Valentine's Day mood, doing whatever. And yeah, so okay, so this door, I'm trying to do this surgically without having to tear this apart too much. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was not too bad. All right, so yeah, I'm so feeling out of my element not having my regular space, but look at that. Door is out, and we have a couple of extra pieces here. And I just realized this door is on a corner, so I might have to build this. In fact, this might actually work out well, because remember I was talking about the snow, and that I've kind of done this with the build I did for Rob Ketcherside, where I had an outside section and an inside section. So this door could be on the corner, like that. Something along those lines. But now this is where I would be looking at my tan plates and trying to match the tan and do all that. But, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah. Which bandmates did you get, Joel? Any new pieces? I thought he said he didn't actually get them because he felt that he would rather do something else. Okay, so I think I'm going to change this door up a little bit. Let's see if we can swap this out. I need... Oh, I wish I had more choices. Okay, here's a 2x4 in white. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is, as you can see, I'm cobbling together a entranceway. And I'm trying to decide if I want the entranceway to be like this. Yeah, maybe I'll do it this way. Is if I can have the entranceway like this, and then the white would be the outside. So I'm kind of, as you can see, I'm kind of kludging this together as we speak. But I think it's gonna work. I do think it's gonna work. And let me set this down. Aha! Okay. And this is similar to what they did with the Brothor one, is that the Brothor had this round plate for the entrance. So this could be shimmied over a little bit. I think it'll center. Will this center? Yeah. Okay, so that's not bad. So we have a little front porch with some grass. So that I think is gonna work. And like I said, I'm just piecing together just things that I have in my collection at the moment, looking for various colors that may not clash as much. You got 4 video, but none of them turned out to be the figs you wanted. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry about that, Joel. Okay. All right. Yeah, maybe I'm trying to be a little too clever here. It's okay to try to be clever. It's all right. I'm trying to create an interior, but also have it look like a snow scene. So that's why I'm thinking that if I can keep bringing this in a little bit. All right, let's try this. If I just bring this one more in, like that. Is that gonna look too odd? Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep it centered. All right, we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that for the entrance. Build up the walls here. Maybe build a wall here and then have this be the outside and this might be tiled over. And like I said, I don't have a lot of parts here, so we're gonna have to make do with what I've got. But I think it should work. And now I'm looking for a 2x2 in white, and I think I have one. Or should I do that in green? No, let's do white, because I know I have that. Video Series 2, The Alien Dancer, Raspberry, Puppy Singer, Vampire Bassist. Good morning, Blue Budgie! How are you? It's good to see you. So Blue Budgie, for those of you who aren't following Blue Budgie, she's working on the pirate ship, the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which is an awesome set. And I'm really excited for how that is starting to come together. You're doing a really good job. Yeah, and Hooded One is also, I think I may have mentioned to you, Hooded One is also a person in the Netherlands, is one of my followers, and we were talking about that gift I got from Suzanne Peters, and she's going to be on an Instagram stream when I open that, and I'm excited about what she may have put into my little box. So the holidays are so much fun. Okay, I'm still trying to see what I can use to stitch this together. I've got a lot of red, so I'm gonna put this here. And oh, Tin Hat Bobcat, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the stream. I'm Naomi, for those of you who are new. I'm Naomi the Brickanista. Welcome. Welcome raiders, Alpha Dog, Tin Hat Bobcat. How was your stream? And thank you for the follow, Alpha Dog. In fact, I'm only 15 away, now 14 away from 400. So I'm very, very excited about that. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I just decided what I'm going to do is I'm working on these minifigs that came from the CMF 22 line. And I thought the Troubadour and the Ice Warrior or the Snow Warrior might be cool to put into a scene. And right now there's a challenge going on by Matthew Builds Bricks for hashtag Mind the Brick, which is build a home and call it Lego Home Sweet Home. And that is part of a January challenge. So I took apart this from the Asgard set. If you're not familiar with the Brothor Asgard set, I just surgically removed that. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Even though I've been streaming for a little over a year, I'm such a noob, so I'm so sorry I don't have a lot of points and such, and the drop parachute games and all of that, but I do have good content. So thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out. What kind of work were you doing, Alpha Dog? Super neat. You love the Troubadour fig? Yeah. This Troubadour is amazing. I love the loot. And I think, too, we were just taking little bits from the Brothor set and going to be putting it in here. So, for example, the TV. This is a really cool piece of micro furniture. We also have this micro furniture that came from the Friends Advent calendar. So I was looking at that and trying to modify it a little bit, because right now I'm on the road. I'm in right now Arizona. I normally am in Seattle, but I had a family emergency, so I had to come down here to help. And I'm anticipating I should be returning hopefully in the next 7 weeks or so. You don't need lots of stuff to be a good stream. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where are you based, Alpha Dog? Are you in the States, or are you overseas, or what country are you in? Nowadays, I don't assume that anybody's from any particular country. Yeah. So I'm thinking about now where the walls are going to go. And I might have to, take some of these walls from originally I wasn't going to tear this apart, but I'm almost tempted to say I might need to buy a second one of these, just because there are so many cool things in here. Sorry about the emergency. Hope things work out. Sending good vibes. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, actually my dad is doing much better. Essentially what happened is he had a fall at the end of November, and he had a spinal cord injury. So he is progressing nicely, which is great, but it's still a long road. So originally I had been planning to come back first week of January, but because he's going to have some multiple therapy appointments he has to go to, that we found that it'd probably be best for me to still stay for a little bit. So here is the door piece that actually will fit nicely here. I'm just trying to decide if I want to move it in maybe one more, which would mean the door would need to come in like that. It's not always good to have 3 studs because that makes it harder, but just proportionally, I'm kind of thinking that's what I may need to do. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, it's been eye-opening just knowing that life can change at a moment's notice. But I also feel grateful too that I could be here to be able to help. Yeah. Okay. So like I said, right now I'm trying to decide if I should have 3 studs here. I guess it's gonna be okay. You know, it's Lego, I can always change it. I'm gonna move this out of the way so I have a flat surface. I was using this when I was opening the CMFs because sometimes a brown backdrop isn't as good, but we need a flat surface, so let's get this out of the way. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to I'm gonna give myself an out because of my situation, that I am just going to have to repurpose some of these. And I think if I did this correctly, this will go here. Uh-oh, I'm missing something. Did I forget a set of plates? I think I have to put a set of, let's lift this up a moment. Yeah, I know, I think I set it down just a moment ago. It's a tile. It is where did I put it? Okay, well, we can get by with, what I'm looking for is one of these, because I think it would go right here. And you know what, I could use this and this, and then put this here. Yeah, that works. So we're going to repurpose the Brothor building and add a little different touches to it. And now that I'm looking at it this way, in the Brothor model they had a couch here, and you know, just have to play around with this a little bit more. Okay, and like I said, I don't have a lot of my parts here, so I'm just gonna be oh look, there's a spare part. Let's grab that. So for example, I have some of these left over, these profile bricks, so I may decide to use these because there are some here to kind of keep the pattern going. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and kind of start building up the walls. At least if we get the walls together, then that will help. Now, I just noticed, I like to put the profile section on the outside of the building, but I noticed that this model has it on the interior. So I think I'm going to have to work this through on the interior side. I do like the modularity that you get with a lot of these Lego sets. So the thing is, you can always change it. Alright, so I think we're going to put the fireplace over here. Let's see. Oh, actually, maybe I should leave it. I don't start moving things around all the time. Let's see. Okay, let's leave the fireplace here. This is repurposed from the Friends set. And what we're going to do is you open the door, and sometimes what I like to do is I look at it as if you were the character walking in. So what would you want to see? So here you walk in the door and there's a fireplace, so that actually works out fine. Oh, take care, Alpha Dog. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the raid. Really appreciate that. Hope to see you again too. You know about life changing? We all have to head to bed? Okay, no problem. Thank you again. Thank you again for the raid. Appreciate the support. And for everybody here from your community, welcome. Welcome again. And yeah, I should also mention that our group tends to be a little sarcastic sometimes. So if we break into sarcasm, that's actually something we like to do here. So just to forewarn you ahead of time. Okay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a good compromise. And I can also take some of these things out from here. I'm not going to take all of it, but you can see that they put a lot of detail here. And this is not going to be big enough, so I couldn't take the whole thing anyway. But it's a really great set. If you haven't picked this set up, they really put a lot of good detail on here. I think I'm going to make this, like this could be the fireplace area. And for those of you who don't know me, I do a lot of modulars. So this actually is kind of in my comfort zone. I just have to, you know, kind of pull it together and get into my zone, knowing that I don't have all the parts that I want. So what I'm doing right now is I'm replacing these dark red to match the palette of the wall, using these instead. So I do have some of these handy, thank goodness. And the white is a little, and the lavender doesn't really fit, but at the moment I've got to just, you know, go with what I have. And that's just like with most builders, you just kind of like, well, it's not perfect, but it works. Thor's house is a fire hazard. Yes, it is. But, you know, he's just hanging with his bros, right? Okay, so what I'm trying to do now is, ideally it would have been nice to have a dark blue here. So I'm just looking to see what color might work. I think we're gonna have to go with a dark gray. So, and once again, if I had my full set, I could do more, but I'm just gonna put that there because I can now add a 1x4 so that we can add some things on top here. And the other thing, and this is the dangerous part I was talking about when you have 3 studs instead of 4, that you run into the problem of having to have 3. So I may have to move this over 1. In fact, I think I better, now that I'm thinking about it out loud, is move this over 1. And maybe I should change out these whites for something else. And for those of you who missed it earlier, I do have several of these. And look, I have this tan in here, and I have a lot of them. I also have blue though. In fact, why don't I go with the blue? Yeah, I'll go with the blue. So I'm essentially doing recolorizing an existing sub piece of furniture. And I think I'm gonna hold on to this. Move that over. Yeah, and what's fun for me, for those of you who are new, is that when I'm building, I get great ideas from the chat. So if you do have a suggestion, feel free to let me know what you think. And if I can incorporate your ideas, I'll try to do that. And I do have a YouTube channel where we actually do something called mock improv, where we will have several people building based on what the chat suggests. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been doing that for several months now, and it's always amazing what people come up with, especially when you get something like juggling fish at a ramen house. Or I think one of my favorites is where the players had to build a kitty litter box, and Fanos was having brunch in the kitty litter box. So you just never know what you're gonna end up building. All right, I'm gonna grab another one of these blues. See if I can get that from over here. Another blue one. Do I not have another blue one? Maybe not. Okay, well, we'll go with black. I think black will do. Or we could also keep the same one that I had earlier. The dark gray. Oops. Alright, so one thing, I'm gonna keep this here for now, but one thing that I'm a little concerned about is I have this stud hanging off the edge. More, how are you? I've been meaning to reach out to you. How are you, my friend? More, if you are not following him, he's a really good streamer as well, and he also runs this group to, you know, help fellow streamers when they're trying to figure things out. And he was very nice to spend some time with me when I was first learning about the Nightbot. So now the Nightbot and I are friends. We weren't at the very beginning. It was a bit of a contentious relationship, but now things are much better. If my parts were organized, sorted, I would join Mock Improv. Heck, my sets are not even open. Well, the next Mock Improv is going to be on the 23rd, and I have confirmed that Mairead will be there, as well as Remy Baker, and I'm working on some more people, so if anybody's interested too, let me know, because it's always fun to have a Mock Improv session and see what people come up with. It's just loads of fun. Okay. Alright, this is good. I'm starting to feel like something's coming together with the fireplace. I do need to raise this up with a plate because it's looking a little, it's sagging a little bit. So I'm just gonna put that plate down there. Yeah, much better. Okay, let's see, what was I looking for? I was looking for just some regular bricks. Regular bricks, and I think the Bro Thor thing might need to change. You love to see Yano on Mock Improv? Yeah, she was on once before. I'll reach out to her because, you know, she's unpacking right now. So she's in the middle of a move. So she might be available. If she is, definitely. Yeah, definitely love to have her on. Okay, I'm going to put this here and let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't want to leave 3, so, but I don't think I'm going to have a choice. I'm always going to have one kind of hanging there. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of looking through my sparse collection, seeing what I have. So you can see I've stacked a couple of different bricks of different sizes and sorts, and this one actually has a hole, technic holes. Okay, we're just gonna make do. That's nice about the Bro Thor apartment is that it is kind of a hodgepodge of things, and so that's okay. It's okay that it's not perfect. In fact, it's probably better that it isn't perfect. You can kind of build around things. And I think, I'm trying to think if I have another window somewhere. I have these small windows that are for this bus, but I could have sworn I had another window somewhere. Ah, here they are. You want to see Hooded One on Mock Improv? That would be great, but the problem is I don't think he likes to be on camera. I think Hooded One has an aversion to being on camera. So I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, you're welcome to be on, Hooded One. Not going to happen. So, I told you. I have not, nobody has seen what Hooded One looks like. And I mentioned this on a previous stream that I have a picture of him when he was, I think, maybe 8 years old that he sent to me. So I don't know what he looks like. I think he likes to keep it that way. Okay, so I'm just looking. I need to raise this up. I think one more brick or, oh, 2 plates. Okay, so I think we have 2 bricks and 2 plates and then a window. And then if I put this window here, actually, this is a little shorter. I'm just trying to measure this out. He doesn't have to be on camera, just show his hands. Well, I don't know. I don't know if he'd even want to do that. So, I know that Joel has not shown his face. He's only shown his hands. So, you know, it's possible. It's possible that maybe he would go for that. But I wouldn't count on it, Joel. I wouldn't put any bets on that. I would say it's probably best to just have him in the chat and providing awesome ideas. Like I said, the other idea he had provided was the Stephanie and the Brickanista investigating the antics of what's happening in Heart Lake City. So yeah, having those kinds of ideas are gold. So I'm okay with Hooded One being in the shadows. As long as Hooded One doesn't do anything illegal, right? Just don't make me regret those words, Hooded One. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna take, I think this, I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it and take this apart because I don't have, you know, other things to work with, so it's just gonna have to do. Alright, so I think what I'll do is I have 3 of these, and maybe I can have these going across like another set of windows here. That's kind of nice, huh? I'm just thinking that, yeah, maybe I'll put these all the way to the edge. I show my face, but not all the time. That's true. You show your face at events, but not really at other streams, at least from what I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you only show up to select streams. Only for the people you like. Maybe. Okay, what I'm looking for right now is, I do have, which I'm excited about, is I do have profile bricks, or not profile bricks, what am I trying to say? I have those headlight bricks, and I also have this, and I think I have one in gray. I do. This one with the clip. Don't worry, everything is legal somewhere. Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. I think most people in the Lego world are pretty nice people in general. Oh, and I did find that piece. This is the piece I was looking for earlier. So this actually can go up here. And to the top. So we're okay there. So I'm going to put this and reserve it for the outside because this could be for a light. And I'm thinking maybe it would be on this outer edge here. So I'm going to have to raise it up to the top here, I think. So this could be for a light. Or if I want to match the color palette of the door. No, I think I've already gone with gray. So we're just going to go with gray. So now what I'm doing is I'm just looking for any pieces that I can do to kind of build this up and make it kind of look cohesive somewhat. And it's not too bad. I mean, considering what I have to work with, yeah, I'm good with this. Let's see, what else can I do? Because here's another option too, to make a light, is I do have these, and then I could put, but I'm going to save these for faucets, because I think what I'm going to do for this, and I forgot I need to measure this with a minifig. So let's take a look at how the Troubadour, if the Troubadour is washing dishes, actually that's a good height. The Troubadour could be looking out on the landscape. So yeah. Actually, I think I could roll with that. And same thing here, right? All right, one more thing I need to check is this has two bricks, 2 plates. So if I went with 2 bricks, 2 plates, do I have enough plates to go around just to make it all even? Building a mock improv would drive me nuts. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I'm looking for a 1x8. I have 1x6s here. I thought I had some 1x8, some black, but I don't think I want to go with black, so okay, we're gonna run with this gray. I've got some of this as a 1x6, and I thought I had some 1x2s. Okay, do I have any in gray? I have a dark gray. Yeah, I got a dark gray. Put that one down. And I have some 1x1s, definitely. Well, mock improv is not for everybody. I mean, it's definitely, it can be stressful, but I find it a lot of fun, especially when you have a time limit. So here's my little cupcake thing, and I think I may have told you, this is a hack. So you can pull out your cupcake holder, and look at that. You can dig through there without ruining the entire box. That's why I do that, so if you're wondering. And I am working on a video, for those of you who are new to me, I am working on a video for my YouTube channel where I'm going to talk about sticker hacks. So I've got the 3 ideas. I just have to get the segments filmed and then edited, and then it will be up. I will do that. I am determined. I'm determined to get that working. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch it up with the light gray. Yeah, so even though I'm, you gotta go, okay, have a good day. Because over there, it's, he works on Mondays, which is tomorrow for us. Oh, by the way, if you haven't ordered yet, you might want to check out lego.com right now if you're on the West Coast, because they should have opened up ordering for the new Lunar New Year sets. So I think when I'm done filming here, when I'm done streaming here, I'm probably going to jump on that and work on that for myself too. Okay. I'm limited on colors, so I'm just seeing what I have in my 1x2s, and I don't have a lot, so I think we're going to go back to the 1x1s. Yeah, I think that since we were talking about just building in general, it always fascinates me when you see the talent that comes forward on mock improv. You're going to the store in the morning for the Chinese New Year sets? Yes, I would. I definitely would. Let's see. I really don't like that I don't have the color I'm looking for, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, this tan will work. Just looking at the color palette. Okay. Alright, so going back to when I was looking at the Troubadour, looking at the window, making sure the height is correct. So on this side, we'll have 3 glass windows. And I think we decided we're going to put them all the way to the edge here. And I think when you think about mock improv, when you're working on mock improv, you have a limited number of parts, and you just have to make do with what you have. It's a similar kind of thing. Okay, so we have a 1x4. Okay, this is good. I think I'm going to do it this way. Stitch that together. Oh, hey, Taro. How are you? Welcome to the stream, Taro. And by the way, if you haven't seen Taro's post in the Lego Discord server, the Lego category in the Discord server, it's absolutely freaking hilarious. And I guessed it right. I won't give away the punchline, but it was so freaking funny. I laughed out loud. It was so freaking funny. So I hope you're doing well. I'm right now what I'm doing is I'm making a habitat or a home space for the Troubadour and the snow warrior. so here's the Snow Warrior, and I think now that I look at the spacing, this actually looks really good because I could put him right outside like this, like protecting, guarding the place. I kind of like when you can have an outside and an interior of a space. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. And what happened to my 2x2? There it is. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So what we're doing is we're creating a habitat slash home for the troubadour, and I'm gonna have the ice person as the guard. And now that I think about this more, maybe what I should do, I'm gonna look at what we have here. The troubadour, as you know, has a lute. So I think what I may need to do is, you see how we have this wrench piece here to hold the grappling hook? According to Lego.com, the vignette set's available now, but the Ice Festival is still coming soon, and it's 11:30 there? Yeah, maybe it's, I don't know. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna take this feather out. So the feather's coming out, and we're gonna put this wrench here. It might be a little close to the door. I can always rearrange it later, but I think the troubadour's, all right, where'd my troubadour go? He was right here. All right, well, when I find the troubadour, it's here. I know, it's just like I said, everything is mixed up. All right, troubadour, where'd you go? There he is. Okay, so I can take now the lute and put this here. I think it's a little close to the door, but I think I could rearrange it and maybe put it over here somewhere later. But at least for now, I can just put it there. My store said yes when I asked about CNY sets, so I think they have both. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Okay, so once again, our troubadour, I'm probably not going to stream too much longer because I do need to take my dad to a doctor's appointment in the morning. But I wanted to just see, so you can see, if you look there, that the character can look right out the window, right there. So that's actually good spacing. So I think we're gonna keep that spacing there. And then what my plan is to make some furniture. In fact, I have the perfect piece of furniture here, is this piece. These pieces are awesome. So this red one is normally a mailbox. I think that came with one of the advent calendars. And this one could be used as a dishwasher, for example. And then what's nice is on top is you can make some as a burner or what have you. So I'm gonna go ahead, put these in, even though the color palette isn't exactly what I want, but I think we can at least to fill out this section. And a part of me wants to put it all the way through, but I think probably the better idea, we're gonna put this all the way to the side, I think. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is, I do have these parts here that I can make a sink out of. So this came from a friend's set. So I can maybe make a sink here. And I'm just thinking that it's, what, 4 studs across? Okay. Let's work on this little kitchenette. And then after that, I think we're gonna have to call it. Okay, and I do have another idea too. Since I have all these windows, I'm going to need to put something for the faucet to attach to. So I think one of these, instead of a solid brick, I'm gonna need one with a hole. So, and you all are also patient with me and my setup right now. So thank you so much for just hanging out with me and giving me a chance to, you know, work through this in the setup that I have. All right, so where is, here we go. So I'm looking for one of these in the right color. Ideally, one of these in a neutral palette, but I think this will have to do. So what I'm going to do is this will be on the edge as a faucet, and I'm trying to decide what's going to be better. So you can see the faucet there. So if we have that, and I'm just gonna play around with a couple things. So if this is where the faucet is, then the sink would go underneath, right? And that might possibly work. I might have to raise it up a little bit. Maybe one more brick. Let's try that. Well, let's put the furniture in first. 2 yellow crabs in that set. Oh, the Monkey Kid set. That's right. I think that's the other thing. For those of you who are new, we also are big into crabs. So crabs with coffee. So that's why when Zach mentioned that, it's kind of like some of you are saying, why? Why is it important that we have crabs? Yeah, so if you look on my account, you'll notice that there's a character we have called Cindy the Cynical Crab. And so Cindy the Cynical Crab has often been seen making commentary on different things. Okay, I think this may work. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this, setting up where this furniture is going to go, and then we'll put, I think, if I have one, I hope I have one. I know I have a 2 by, oh, wait a minute, I have it in white. I have, let's see, what do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's always a weird number. Okay, so I'm taking a look at what I have that could match. And I'm hoping, all right, so I have this tan color, that this tan color might work. And like I said, it's always interesting piecing things together based on what you have in a collection. Then there's always black. Black could work too, but I'm trying to keep the palette. If I can keep the palette, then life would be good. But once again, having a limited collection makes it a little more challenging. All right, let's see. All right, so here, let me show you the method to my madness, just so you have an idea of what's going to happen. Is that these little, we'll have to raise these up a little bit, but we'll need to put underneath these. And maybe this is where I'm thinking that maybe if I put the white in, and this is tan, it's like, oh, I wish I had more. Wish I had more. It's like I want the colors to match. You know, is that too much to ask to have matching colors? I mean, I don't think I'm asking for much. All right. So we need to raise it up first so that these have something to attach to. So just to kind of give you a sense that, so here's like a dishwasher, for example, and this could maybe be the stove with an oven as a kind of a makeshift oven, and then a countertop. So, and on top of that, we are going to put a sink that we're going to make out of this. And I'm just going to do this for the sake of time, just to kind of give you a sense of what we're doing. Yeah, because I didn't realize we're 20 minutes to midnight on Mountain Time. And I started at 9. I usually stream about, 2 to 3 hours on a good day. Alright, so you see, that's kind of what we're going for. The only problem I have right now is that you notice that these are kind of lower, and this this sink is kind of tall. So what might need to happen is the sink has to drop down a little bit, and these would move over, say over here, and then we would have the sink come up on, I don't know, some, we don't have to do anything super fancy, but let's just put a couple of bricks down. Yeah, this is where when you start working on micro furniture, you start going, now how many of these am I going to need? I think. So what I'm trying to do now is get the spacing for this. Alright, so say if it's like that, it needs to be raised up one more plate, I think, so that the sink is, it could be recessed, but you want the edge of the sink kind of parallel with your other parts. And just so I have some level of comfort, I'm gonna say this is the stove. So I'm gonna put 4 burners on here. And I'm gonna do that with some black studs. So I have these black studs here. And you'll find these very common in Harry Potter sets because they use them for the mailboxes. Flame yellow crabs. That's true. Alright, so we've got that. And then I think what I can do is, I'm looking for tiles. Okay. Well, we'll work on that in a little bit. But I think what I need to do is still raise this up a plate. And I do have some corner plates. So this is actually going to work out well. I have these corner plates here. So I think if I do this, now this is going to be interesting because of the way that these I have these 2 corner ones. In fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this sink a little smaller. Is this sink can be like this. Okay, wait a minute. Can I put this sink on top of here? Or is it going to be too tall? That's going to be too tall. Okay, I'm reversing my logic because I realized I could do it this way. Okay, so here's our little sink, and that's going to be here. And I just need to measure it so how it stacks up to this. Okay, so I think we need to raise this up 2 plates, is my guess. Let's do that. Let's go with this green, even though it's not the palette I want. It should, I think, raise it up to the right height. Let's see how this looks. Alright, what's going on here? Why is that not clutching? Oh, forgot. This needs to be in the same direction. That would help. There we go. Okay. Alright, so here's our little mini build that we're doing, and you can see that the height here, once I put a plate here, it's gonna look great. And then I need to lower this down 1. So I'm going to lower that. Okay. Yeah. All right, so we have this little sink. We have some furniture here. I'm a little concerned that I can't, this one thing is off, and it's off center with that. So now I'm starting to think I need to move this over like that. So the nozzle's there. Move all 3 of these over 1. And of course, this thing is gonna stick. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Yin Yang, hey, how are you? We are making a little troubadour's home, and we're leveraging some of the Brothor elements, and I'm building a little kitchen here. So you can see that we have the faucet, we have this here, and then here's the troubadour. So just to kind of give you a sense of scale, that when you turn it around this way, you can see he can look right out the window. That's cool. Thank you. Well, as you know, I don't have my full collection here, so I'm kind of making do with what I have. And I do need to move this over a little bit. I put a little wrench here, so then the troubadour's loot can be put up. And then, but I think I'm going to move it over a little bit. It just seems too far over. I do have this little fireplace that came from an advent calendar from the Friends set, and I need to build the walls up on this side. So I've taken essentially the walls from the Asgard set and started cannibalizing it. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Yeah, I'm actually, I mean, it's kind of a mixed blessing because I ended up missing the big cold front that came through. There was a huge storm, an ice storm, as many of you probably have heard, that came through in Washington State. So I'm in Arizona right now, and I came down here the first week of December because of my dad being in the hospital. And he's better. He's not 100% yet, but he's much better. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of building this up and trying to get this to look somewhat decent. And I think it's coming together. I think we're getting there. Yeah, so I appreciate all the nice comments everybody has been saying. Oh, Lena, how are you, Lena? Hope you're doing well, staying safe. Yeah, and I'm sorry, Lena, I missed your party. I really wanted to go, but I had to take care of my dad, so really sorry about that. I was thinking about you when all of that was happening, and I'm sorry. I hope you had a good day. The crab builds have been a funny thing to see on Instagram and Twitter. Oh, good. I have more to do. I've missed day 8, and so I have to do day 8 and 9 today and get those posted. But yeah, so what we're doing right now is we are putting together this little home sweet home for the troubadour. And I don't have a lot of my regular collection here, so I'm just kind of making do with what I have been able to find. And I think it's coming together. You know, it's not my best work, but I think that, you know, when I finish this, so I think I'll be closing the stream down in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. But yeah, I've been busily working on this now, trying to get this ready for this. We're doing this for Mind the Brick. That Matthew Builds Brick put out a challenge to build a habitat or a home for a character, and I just realized, darn it, look at this. I forgot that those headlight bricks have a hole in the back. So I do need to change that out. Oh, rats. Okay, well, I'm glad I caught it now. So I need to switch it out with one of these. Oops, where'd the other ones go? This has made me appreciate my setup so much more. I will say that. Oh, man. Here they are. I forgot that on the headlight bricks that you have this hole in the back. So I'm gonna have to switch that one out. Let's see if I can get to it. Hopefully without too much trouble. Alright, let's see what we got here. We'll take it from the bottom. Alright, so I think my only alternate is this kind of weird looking aqua color. So yeah, we're gonna do that. So the outside's gonna look a little funky, but it is what it is. Is that a Lego Target shirt? Yes, it is. I have to say, I have been so lucky because here in Arizona, I've been able to find just about everything. I've actually had to pick up some of those extra sets from other people because they have not been able to find them here. Oh look, I have 2 of these now. That is awesome. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put this here for a light fixture that I can put here in the future. And we're almost done. I think I'm going to try to finish this wall. I have a tile that I need to put here. And yeah, so I think to match this, I think we need to put in another tile level. And you see what they did here is they used a 2x6 it looks like, and then that makes a little shelf. And I think they have a little one here, but let me see if I have some 2x, yeah, look at this. Okay, so I've got 2x3s. So I'm going to do that, put a shelf here. Yeah, that's going to work out great. And then what I'll do is I'll finish the wall going across. Alright, let's see. This goes back to this little fun thing of having all of these together so I can get through them. It makes it a lot easier. Oops. Ah! If I don't keep dropping things. Alright. Put this here. And then I think we have a 1x2 we can put up here. And this goes back to colors. I wish I had my collection here, but it's just, you know, you're your own worst critic, right? When things come together, you gotta say, oh, I wish I had this, but alright, so just to show you how this is coming together, I'm just checking on the height of this shelf with this shelf, and it looks about right. It almost looks like it needs to be raised up one more, but I think I measured everything else properly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think this is gonna be fine. Well, I'm gonna say it's fine, because that's what matters, right? As long as I'm happy with it. All right, so we're gonna continue with this, and like I said, I'm just kind of taking parts from this, and actually this will be better to have this all gray all the way across. All right, and I'm just looking to see if they have another 1x1 cylinder. I took this 1x1 cylinders over here, but alas, no. All right, I know I have some cylinders over here, so I have these. So I think I will take this this one, round it out, And I am looking at this thinking I may need to raise it up a plate. In fact, I do need to raise it up one more plate because you can see that it's a little low. Yeah. So I need to find a plate to put underneath here. And I see some black ones. I think we're in luck. Alright, let's see. I was looking for these earlier, these longer ones. You not have any squirrels in your future? What? What did I miss? The squirrels. The squirrel reference. I'm not sure what the squirrel reference is about. Alright. We're gonna put this black one here. And like I said, it doesn't match the palette, but oh well. It is what it is. Alright, now we can put this on. And then we need a black. I think I have one of these in black. No? No? Ah, here it is. Yeah. And we're gonna end it with a cylinder. And then we just have the tile. This long tile we can put on here. Hopefully this will fit. Look at that. I love it. Love it. Bricks and pieces should have the squirrels soon enough. True. True. And the last thing is a triangle to go right there. And I happen to have one right here. Okay. This is probably a good stopping point. So you can see what we've built is we leveraged the new Asgard set because it had the windows. So this is cool. It has this little window here. And this is kind of troubadour looking. I put the loot on the wall, took that feather out. I built a little kitchenette set. And good point. I'm going to have to putting all of your money into starting your store. Oh, wow. And I also had to measure to make sure that the height was right so that the character could look out the window. And now that I'm looking at the outside, that black doesn't look too bad up there. It would be better if it was dark gray, but, you know, it isn't the end of the world. I do want to check, though. I do have a dark gray here, but I think it's too long. Yeah, that's not the right size. But that's okay. So I think this gives us a place, a shelf to put things on, too. I might want to switch this out for a 1x2 in gray if I had one. I don't. But if I had a 1x2 in dark gray, I would do that to put this out. Bulk Lego squirrels. Oh. The other thing that might be cool is you notice that we have this pan here. That it would kind of be cool if I put the pan over on this side. Because you have the, in fact, I could do this right now, is we could put the pan here. And I just have to think about what to put on this. And I think what might be good is a lamp. I do have some rods, but I don't think they're tall enough. Alright, this is the tallest rod I have. Actually, that'll work. That will work. Okay. So I can put a lamp kind of in the corner here. And let's go with the, yeah, dark gray is fine. We'll just put 2. So we'll put a lamp in the corner, and I will get a, let's see, we want a Apollo stud. And once again, going back to my hack, I don't know if you saw this, Blue Budgie. This is a hack that I do for my pieces, is you put a cupcake liner inside, so then that way you can pull these out and then sort through them separately without having to like turn the case over. So what I'm looking for now is a Apollo stud. So the stud that has the hole in the middle, and I set them aside in here. Let's see. This is why I put them into these little cups, so I can maneuver around here. Oh, okay, it's, of course it's at the bottom. Yeah, these guys. So you see I've got that little hole there. That's a great for your thick fingers. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You put this little cupcake liner in, and then you can pull it out and then do what you want, and then it's still sorted. And these cupcake liners are cheap, especially right now, because I got the ones that have this little gingerbread print on them, so they're for the holidays. Yeah, so they're really cheap right now. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is put this here, and I'm gonna change this out to the light gray, since I have the light gray at the bottom. Yeah, so Blue Budgie, I was mentioning that when you don't have a lot of room, that sometimes these little hacks help. And what happened? What did I do? What did I do? It's like I took this off and put it back on again. All right, this is what I wanted to do, because I have this light gray at the bottom and I just wanted it to match. And let's put this here. I would have liked maybe a slightly taller one, but I think this will work. Yeah, this will work because you don't want it to be too tall, because you also have to make allowance for the shelf. Okay. All right, my friends. I think that's probably a good place to stop for now. A couple things I need to add, but I don't know where they are at the moment. One of them is a 2x2 tile for the countertop there. Or I could get by with, I don't know, 4 dots, square dots, to kind of make that a counter. I probably should put some glasses and some other things up here just to make it look like, you know, lived in space. I will need to put some other furniture in, but I think we have the good start. There was the Asgard television as well. This might be a little too big, but I might be able to fit it in like right here for now. Let's see. Oh, that's, remember I was mentioning this was going to be a problem? I'm going to just set it here for now. Let's just put it right here. I know that's not where it's going to go permanently, but at least it's in the space. So we are putting together this little home sweet home. It's called Lego Home Sweet Home. In fact, let me put it into the chat, so then that way everybody can see this. What are the rules of the challenge? Oh, it's very simple. In fact, here, let me type them into the chat so everybody can see them. Okay, so post on Instagram a home for a CMF 22 minifig. So you just have to pick one of the minifigs and create a home for it. So I've decided to pick the Troubadour. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then you put post with the hashtag Lego Home Sweet Home and hashtag Mind the Brick. So part of this is for Mental Health Awareness Month, and right now hashtag Mind the Brick is the core hashtag or the umbrella hashtag for everything, and various builders are doing challenges. And so right now I'm hosting a challenge for the Rebrick This challenge, and the Rebrick This challenge is using this aerial assault set. So this is only $9.99, and what you can do is you pick up this set, you get 2 minifigs, you get 133 pieces, and you can just build whatever's in the set. You can add no more than 13 additional pieces, and if you have a base plate, the base plate's a gimme. But for what I'm doing right now is you post this on Instagram, just a home. It could be a habitat, it could be like what I've done here, it could be even just a small little set, maybe on a 6x6 plate. You could do something really simple. and then you post it with Lego Home Sweet Home. It's between now and the end of the month, and then they'll be doing a review. There's no prizes. It's just an awareness month about mental health awareness. And so what I'm doing is I've already done one of my challenges. I'm going to do another re-brick before the end of the month, but I wanted to start working on this one. And so far I really like how this is coming together. I do need to build, maybe I'll put the couch from the Bro Thor set. But the other thing I did, for those of you who missed it earlier, is I put the Snow Warrior on the front as if he's protecting the troubadour. So he's hanging out outside and protecting the troubadour. I do have a couple of plates I was going to put here to kind of represent snow. So or slopes rather. So I'll find some more of these, but I was going to put those out there. But I think this is probably a good stopping point because right now it's a little after midnight. So let me see who is out there. Let's see who's actually streaming right now. Let's see. Who is out there to raid? So Pan Fred is out there right now. Oh, Thrawn's Revenge. Okay, Thrawn's a really, really cool guy, and he's been doing a lot of different things. So let's go raid Thrawn. But before I go, I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. As you can see, let me go back to my full screen so everybody can see me when I say goodbye. So, Tin Hat Bobcat, thanks for the stream. Oh, thank you. This stream wouldn't be anything without an audience, so thank you so much for hanging out with me. And so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Naomi the Brickanista, usually based in Seattle. I'm here in Arizona for the time being. And I do mostly MOCs. And so today I had worked on, here's the exterior with the Snow Warrior on the outside. And then on the inside, I've been working on a home for the troubadour. And I'm leveraging a lot from the new Asgard set because I just don't have a lot of pieces with me. But it's coming along nicely, so I'm really excited. I'll finish this off stream. But I just wanted to say that thank you for hanging out with me and being part of this whole building creative process. I stream on Twitch at the moment only on Sundays, and then I also stream on YouTube on Sunday afternoon and also on Thursdays. So if you are interested in learning more, you can go to my homepage on Discord or just to my link tree. I'll put that in the chat as well. And oops, before I go raid him, so linktr.ee/Brickanista, and you can see all my links over there. But thank you, everybody. Thank you, Lena and Glenn, Joel, Tin Hat Bobcat, Blue Budgie, Taro Canuten and Hooded One, all of you who came in on the raid. Thank you so much. And I'm really, really excited about how things have come along. And for those of you who don't know me, Happy New Year, and I hope I see you again. So we'll go raid Thrawn's Revenge, and he's working on, it looks like, a Star Wars set, maybe? And he does a lot of work in studio. So he's a really good guy to get to know. So we're going to go ahead and raid him. And as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, may the clutch be with you. Take care. I'm going to put the transition slide and then we're going to go raid Thrawn. Bye.
Do the thing.
You have need of my skills?
There we go. Hello. Thank you French. I'm finishing up the instructions for a commission right now. So how was your stream? What were you making? I was watching. I just didn't. I couldn't say hello because I was also streaming. So. Hello, I'm Stez with Travel. Gotcha. That sounds like fun. I've just been working on this for the past 2.5 hours. Almost done though, thank God. I don't like it when instructions take me too long, especially for such a small model. Oh, did I flip that wrong? No. Yes? No. Yes? I think. Yeah. Are you still in Arizona right now? Have you not done any digital stuff yet? Ooh, I got you, Have Studs Will Travel, on my YouTube channel. I have an instruction video on how to make instructions. Little crash course if you're interested. Gotta do a shameless plug. Change layout. Bam, bam, bam. Cool. Ooh, that's right. This is the challenging one. This is too big. 80%. Can I squish this in there? Yes. Perfect. Starting small, downloading the parts list from a set and doing a small mod with just the parts in the parts list. You can do that? Hey Sato. Hope you're doing well. Also, good morning. That's awesome. Nope. Back to one step per page. Sounds good. I think I'm okay with studio, but the instructions part, I have no idea. It takes some getting used to. That's for sure. It definitely takes some getting used to. Once you get it, it's fairly straightforward in my opinion. Once you kind of like understand the workflow. Then once you kind of like get that main understanding of like how to call out parts, how to do submodels, how to decide which step comes first. From there, it should be like just back to back. You should be able to have it. It'll take some practice, of course, but you know, my first instructions weren't that great. But I'm sure Lego's first sets of instructions were probably not that great either. So. Unless I'm wrong. So don't quote me on that, but okay. Insert page after, insert bill of materials. Perfect. Yes, everything has to be done in steps. The steps will then decide on step editor or the steps on Step Editor will decide what parts get called out when on the page, and what page goes in front of which page. So it basically just does the foundation work for the pages to look nice. They still haven't fixed this bug, have they? Okay, spacing. 0.2. Yep, still bugged. Let's do 80% scaling. 80, not 8. Are you kidding? Okay, now I can delete these extras. Crying out loud, studio. These still seem a little close. That seems shockingly close. 0.2. This should give more breathing room, right? Yeah, that's better. I'd say that's better. Alright, let's export this bad boy. Alright, chat, my computer may shit itself, so please bear with me. My computer doesn't like this process at all. So hope everyone's doing well. I have a new video tomorrow. I'm excited for that. I hope to fix my schedule. My YouTube video schedule is a little jank, so I'm hoping I can make that work out. Let's see. Is like OBS screaming at me? Oh no, OBS is not screaming at me. Which is good. I wonder if instead of doing screen capture, I should do game capture. I need to learn how to use OBS properly. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. Another thing I would love to know is why does every Instagram plugin for Twitch not function? I don't understand. Every single Twitch plug for Instagram that I have downloaded for my About Me does not function after a day. It's mind-blowing. That's so infuriating. Yeah, but how are people supposed to see my pictures on my Instagram on Twitch if it doesn't work? It makes me angry. just want people to be able to see the images. That's all I want. I'll deal with it later. From a gallery? I know it works with Twitter, but it doesn't work with Twitch. Yeah, especially since there's a company already named Meta. Thank you. Appreciate it. I should more often do, like, my plugs when people raid, but I'm really bad at it. Really bad on a lot of things. I don't know, Sato. I can find out real quick. Put you on blast. Let's find out. Is Sato following me? I don't think so. Is it Sato _ bricks? Do I also not know how to spell? Oh, there you are. Okay, don't feel too bad. I don't follow you either, so you don't have to. So don't feel too bad. Also, what is that mech? Oh, that's a Ninjago mech. Okay. I should follow you, though, now that I think about it. There we go. I followed you. Okay, open in folder. Let's see if it all transferred fine. Open Sesame. What? What? What happened? I don't understand. I don't. What the? What? How did that happen? Something wrong must have happened. I don't see that on here at all. Okay, hold on. Let me close this. Open it again. Open it again. It's just... what is going on? Okay, I need to do some fixing. Delete. 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 Something happened, and I don't know what. Okay, so that's all gone. Insert, page after. Bill of materials. Point 2. Point 2. 80% scale. Okay. That's all fine. What? Okay. Export. Export. Yes, replace. Good idea. Okay, now we export. Place. Yeah, so did you see that? Because that was weird. It put the first page of the bill of materials on every single page of instructions, including the bill of materials page, but tiny. How does that happen? What happened? That was very weird. I've never had that happen before. Give me... I don't know at studio, anything can happen. That's very true. I want to check on Panfred Nudo. I think he's ending, which would suck, because I plan to rate him when I finish, so 1 second.
Or really funny, or not any different than what we typically do, but we're gonna do an R&B. If I do this, Molly...
Hello? Does it sound different?
Yes.
It does. Okay, good. So when I do the R&B shout-out, you're just not going to hear music. Unless you have me up on the other end.
No, I can turn it on though.
Okay, fine. That sounds good. So without further ado, chat, an R&B shout-out for none other than the person I'm on the Discord call with, Sassy Sissa Fox, a.k.a. Molly.
Okay, he's not ending soon.
Becca J, meaning 4,000 channel points. A shout out to Sissa Fox from Rescue. So here we go.
Never mind, he's not ending soon. Okay, saved. We're saved. So I was planning to rate him. He's working on the like Ninjago mech, the like really big one that's cool that like transforms and stuff. So as soon as I finish, I don't really have anything after that. Unless you guys want to watch some games. But I don't know if you guys want to or not. So I don't want to make the call for you, is what I'm saying. Hopefully this works, though. Please work. Please work. I'd like for this to work. What's happening in general chat? Nothing's going on in general chat. That's fine. Yeah, with the new hip joint piece. I was really excited for the new hip joint until Gothbricks made his 2 videos on it. So the first video I was like, ooh, is this about to change everything? And then he's like, nope, it changes nothing. It doesn't. It's not strong enough. I'm like, damn it, that really sucks. Like, it's a good piece for like medium-sized mechs, but for like really large mechs, apparently the piece doesn't work literally at all, which sucks, because that's kind of what I was hoping to use it for. So that's disappointing, but oh well. Oh well. Can't have everything. So for medium humanoid bipedal mechs, it's great. But if you're doing it just doesn't have the friction to bend. It just can't bend the way it should, which blows. Okay, did this work? It did it again. Why? Okay, chat. I'm gonna close this. Yeah. I'm closing this. Close. We're opening it again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why there's an image of the list of parts everywhere and I physically can't see it. Well, luckily you're already awake. Okay, let's figure this out. So I'm counting this at 2:30. So 2.5 hours total. Let's go to so the build was I'm just counting the build as 5.5 hours. Which is how much is that? Hold on. Sure. I'll just do 5 flat. Yeah, 5 flat is good. Alright, let's fix this. Or even better, what if I just delete it? What if I delete that one? Close, open. Go to the instructions. Page design. I don't see it here, studio! What is going on? This is normal. It's all loaded this time, which is nice. Okay, let's export again. PDF. All. Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed this works out. Here's hoping, chat. Here's hoping. Yeah, something's going wrong on the export. And I don't know what. Something is going horribly wrong on export.
You have need of my skills?
Ryujin VT, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know why this is this is not working. If it happens again, I might, if I copy a model over, does all of the instructions that I've done copy over too? Or do I have to redo the page design? This could be a mess. This may or may not be a disaster. It would suck if I have to do the instructions all over again. I believe that messes with the page design. Do I send it to the customer with the error? Just be like, I couldn't figure this out. I don't know why I was doing it. it's still readable. There's just this, it's just a thing like dead center for no reason that doesn't show up in Studio. Close. Okay, let's see. Please, please, please. Please work. Oh, God bless, chat. Oh, God bless. It's done. It worked. It didn't screw up this time. So apparently just closing it and opening again fixed the problem. So, thank God. I was about to have a heart attack. So... Ugh. Alright. We're done. That's done. So I'm very happy with that. Let me file, save this. Alright, chat. I'm gonna put a poll. Alright? And I want you to choose. I did r/poo instead. So, what next? Brickheads, pillars. Here's some options. Top wings aren't long enough. They're purposefully designed. It's purposefully designed like that. It's a TIE Sentinel. The wings are shorter on the top and don't go as far on the top as well. It's very weird. There's a single image of this model. It exists in one concept art, and that's it.
Hey,
Gaming. Raid.
what is it?
Okay, there's the poll. So I leave it to you all what you want. But there are some options of what I have in mind. So I have a Brickheads that I had in mind that I haven't started on. We could do some games. We could do a raid, or I can just end. So up to y'all. But while I wait for this, let me show you, Sato, what this model actually looks like. So you can see why it looks weird. Yeah, so this is the actual art. So that's why it looks the way it does. Is because this is the only reference image that exists. Everything else is fan art. I don't know where it comes from. It's never been seen before at all. It's not in games. It's not in... I think it literally is just concept art. So I tried to copy this the best I can, and the person who commissioned me to make it wanted me to use Lego's Darth Vader TIE Advance. If it was up to me, I would have not done that. I would have built it completely differently and made it more greebled and more intricate. But because of that limitation, kind of ended up being stuck with what I got. So it's cool though. It's like a gunship version of a TIE fighter, which they've never had before. So yeah, it's very weird. It's a very weird looking ship. What sucks is, like, I can't see the back, I can't see the underside, I have no idea what these connection point looks like. So it's just like up in the air of, I have no idea. So that makes it exciting. So this is what I ended up coming up with my limited parts and restrictions that I was given. Because I'm assuming the reason the guy did it is probably because he didn't want to pay too much money for the commission, right? Is this took 5 hours to make. Yeah, but this is this is Lego's version of a TIE Fighter already. Like, all the Lego TIE Fighters kind of look like this. Which is why this one looks like this. Because he's like, I want you to base it off of Darth Vader's TIE Advance, the Lego set. Which is why it looks the way it does. Any heavy modification would basically not have it be the same anymore. So, yeah, it is what it is. No one chose anything. Do I get to choose? Does that mean I get to choose what we do? Okay, we're gonna raid Nudo. Is he still streaming?
That to be the case. Always happy to enable people to buy more Lego. You got it too, Madeline. Turn up. Let's heckin' go.
He is still
First, it
streaming.
wasn't working. I got the Ice Festival set, and then I
Cheaping
qualified
out hurts
for
the model. It does, but, you know, I understand.
And then
It makes
mission
it
set
to
was
more
popping
of
up
a...
again, and then a little bit
It gives
after,
me
I
a bigger challenge, kind of. Because, like, being so limited is kind of a challenge in of itself. So that makes it kind of fun for me. But I agree. Raid. Pan. Bread. No. We're gonna raid Fred. To me, it looks like he's still working on the model. He's been streaming for like 5.5 hours.
Thanks for Valentine's Day this year.
So we're gonna go raid him. We're gonna go say hello. So yeah, thank you all for being here. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. I will also be making more YouTube videos tomorrow, so I have backups. What I'm gonna stream tomorrow, I don't know. Probably that Brickheads, honestly. I'll do that one real quick, and then I'll start my proper models that I have yet to start with. So, thank you all for being here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Valentine's Day. No, was it last Valentine's Day? It was last Valentine's. Last Valentine's Day. It just so happened to fall
We would be honored
on
if you would join
a
us.
day that I was streaming. Thrawn's Revenge, thank you so much for the raid, and thank you so much for shouting out Thrawn's Revenge, Molly. I appreciate that. Sato, hello. Mystery Goat, hello. More, hello. Scotty Rotten, hi. How was your stream, Thrawn's Revenge? What were you doing today? Right now I'm chatting with Molly, with Sassy Sister Fox. We're coming up with Valentine's Day plans. Look at me. A whole month plus.
Hello there.
Coming up with plans. With Molly here. Valentine's Day plans. Whippy was taken. Whippy was taken. Hello. Do I even English? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Noodle House. Hello. We were just building this. This is what we have so far. Bags 1 through 4 of our Ultra Combo mech. We'll finish this probably on Tuesday. But we are right now just talking to Sassy Sister Fox, who is on Discord with me right now. And we've just kind of just been hanging out and talking. And right now we're in the middle of talking about our Valentine's Day plans because just for a little bit of background, last year I just so happened to be streaming on Valentine's Day. It just happened to fall on Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday. I feel like it was a Sunday last year, but I don't know, could be wrong. I was like, man, I don't really got a Valentine, and Molly was like, I'll be your Valentine, and so that's kind of been like our ongoing thing to one another is we call each other's Valentine. So what better way to commemorate that particular day in which we call each other Valentines than to what she suggested as a co-stream. And Thrawn's Revenge, that sounds awesome, dude. Thank you so much for reading on over. I appreciate you. And now, here's the thing, though, Molly. Valentine's Day falls on a Monday.
Ew.
This year. I know, that's what I'm saying. So, what if we did our Valentine's Day stream on Sunday the 13th? Oh, wait. You said you're... What time is it at 6 p.m. my time over where you're at? How far ahead am I? Like, what time is it now for you?
It is 9:45.
Okay, so you're only 2 hours behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're only 2 hours behind, which means 6 p.m. my time would be right when you're getting off of work.
Well, I usually get home right around 4 because I finish at 3:30 usually.
Ah, okay. Okay. I think we can make this
And then-
work.
Yeah, maybe half an hour just so I can get ready.
Yeah, I can kind of hang out, kind of do my own thing, kind of do the whole 45 minutes to an hour type deal of,
Chatting.
chatting. Right. So Sunday the 13th, chat. Sunday, February 13th. Mark your calendars. Because it's gonna be a Valentine's stream with me and Sassy Sons of Pops here. Dragon Goddess says, give me something to do for Valentine's Day. I would love to be with everyone here. There you go. We're giving you something to do, Dragon Goddess. Just hang out with us. Hang out with us on Sunday the 13th. Sunday the 13th. Because who's really gonna celebrate Valentine's Day on a Monday? That's ridiculous. See, even Molly's like, bruh.
I hate Mondays.
Crescent says, planning a month out. Good thing my wife isn't hearing this. There you go. Yeah, you're right. Don't let her hear this. Scotty Ron says, I will be there. I will be there. Sweet. Well then, you heard it here first, chat. I had a Valentine last year, and I have a Valentine again this year, so I'm excited about it. Fred, are you bringing chocolates, Canadian craft? Krusty, you're gonna have to find out. I feel like I have some plans up my sleeve for this stream, so hopefully Molly will have some surprises on that stream, and we'll get to see some live reactions to said surprises.
Who knows?
No, I don't know. Guess we'll
You know I blush easily.